Hello and welcome to Punters Inside Run. What a weekend of racing. What a day at Caulfield. The Group 1 CF4 Stakes, 7 group races, also group racing, and a $2 million race in Sydney. Mick Sharkey, as always, welcome to you. It's a huge day.
Hello, Matty. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? We've been waiting for a big Group 1 race day. We've got that on Saturday at Caulfield. Now, the last time we'll see the Blue Diamond aspirants on the track before the Group 1 in a couple of weeks' time. It's a great race day, the All Stakes Day, one of my favourites, and looking forward to having a bet.
All right, we've got plenty to get through, so we're going to make it rapid fire.
I like it.
Yeah, we're just going to find out if the ones we like win or the one you like wins, and we'll move on from there. Let's go straight to the CF4. Mr. Brightside returns. He's a superstar. Can he be beaten?
You always try with the shorty, don't you, to try and find a chink in the armour, but I'm really struggling to find one with this horse. He was uber consistent during the spring. He's probably the best miler we've got in the country, isn't he? You look at what he's up against here. Pericles is a nice horse. Is he Mr. Brightside? Absolutely not. V8, Group 2 winner first up. For mine, that was a really soft Group 2. I think 3-year-olds, while they always run well in this race, you probably need a good one to win. And I think you might need one a little better than V8 to beat Mr. Brightside. I think he'll just go and win. And I think, Matty, anything around that $1.90 to $2, I think he's a bet and strong bet.
Yeah, I think the record at 1,400 at Caulfield continues for Mr. Brightside. As for it in the Rubiton, I think the record over the 1,100 continues. I can't see his four being beaten.
Oh, look, I know there's some fast horses in this race, but she's like wicked fast, isn't she?
Yeah.
She just is so clean from the gates. She can roll on a high speed. If something wants to be completely stupid and go and charge along at a ridiculous pace, what we saw from her last prep is the ability just to balance up and take a little sit. You know, though, she can maintain the rage on a strong tempo. That's all important around Caulfield, particularly at the moment with firm ground. It pays to be up on speed. That's where Afsura will be. She is absolutely the one to beat, the one to run down. I think she just goes and wins this. I hope Ray Magnerio continues his good form, though. Hopefully he's the horse to run into the Quinella spot.
Yeah, S4 is going to be very hard to beat for me. We go to the Autumn Stakes. You mentioned the V8 run in the Group 2. Southport Tycoon was very good, though. Had a bit of a flashing light on it, heading to 1,400 second up. What do you think?
I love the horse. I think he's the horse that will really improve into this autumn from those 3-year-olds that we saw during the spring. Physically, I think he's got more development to do. He's certainly got better race sense to come. He should win this race, but boy, he's short enough. And I think if you read the steward's report on the back of another smart horse, Carbonados' last run, He swallowed his tongue, Matty. Now, you and I are pretty good on the talk, but I think even we'd struggle if we swallowed our tongue. So we've got to forgive Carbonados. I think one of the two will win. It's just a matter of how you want to stake. I'd probably cover my bets to get a result either way if one of those won.
All right, let's get to the Blue Diamond previews. We've got... First up, the Colts and Geldings. You got it right last time. You got High Octane to win. You're sticking with High Octane?
What I noticed from High Octane last time is a want just to wander under pressure, and that's not uncommon for a young horse who's just learning how to put his feet where they need to be. He's obviously got a good turn of foot, but when he was let go, he just wanted to drift back on the inside. What we saw from Bodyguard at his first start was a really polished horse. He's got such a sweet, beautiful action, this fellow. A little bit like Stormboy in how clean they move. I think we'll see Bodyguard just remind everybody that he's a serious diamond contender. I'm with him.
I'm with Bodyguard as well. I like that winning the Maribyrnong Stakes. And I wonder if we can read anything into the fact that Mark Zahra has switched from the stablemate and will be riding Bodyguard. But I'm with you there, and I've even watched the movie 12 times. Let's get to the fillies. Bold Bastille was exceptional and spectacular on debut at the Valley, then put out back for this. Going to be hard to beat, going to get to the front, the one they have to catch.
I'm going to risk her here just off that setback. I think the stable's been pretty vocal that she's missed a little bit of work, had a little virus, little setback. She's a very good filly, and we've seen the form lined up through Hayasugi winning first up. She will also take improvement out of that win. I'm going to try 2 here, Matty. One of them is number 10, Dancer for Money. Love the debut win. I think she's a really smart filly. And the other one that comes through the Blue Diamond preview, ran 4th there. She Hung the Moon. Looked a bit fat in the yard pre that race. I reckon she'll tighten right up. She'll be fitter here. She's a very talented horse at a big price. I think I saw $26 earlier, Matty. I might try something each way. She Hung the Moon.
Let's get to the Carline Stakes. Looks, the top 3 in the market might dominate. What do you think?
Gee, there's no speed in this race. That's the first thing I noticed. Everything wants to get back and run on. I noticed from the trial recently from Foxy Cleopatra. They went straight to the front and she was ridden out from the front. I wonder if they adopt those sort of tactics here with her first up. Fresh from a late spring prep. I think she's got room to head towards an Australian Cup. If she comes out and wins this well, I think you'll hear Trent Bussett and Natalie Young saying that they're going Australian Cup with this girl.
I'll be backing Yonsei getting to 1600, third up with that run behind Ayrton over the 1400, but I will be saving on Foxy Cleopatra. That's my betting plan for that race. The last one is the Peter LeGrand Stakes. I found it pretty hard to find the winner here. I thought Amasura is one to watch. Whether I have a bet on it, I don't know.
It's a really, really tough race, this one. They're coming from everywhere. The South Australian visitors, there's horses from New South Wales. Yeah. They are literally from all over the place. I thought Hip Hip Hurrah and its 2 wins late in that autumn prep last year. She was put away, missed the spring. They gave her some time to develop. She's beautifully bred, trialled well. Michael Freedman's a good trainer. He doesn't bring them into state unless he's confident.
Okay, now after all of that, Shark, what's your best bet at Caulfield and maybe your best value bet?
Race 5, number 6, Foxy Cleopatra, away from the 2 obvious, Mr. Brightside and Asfura. And I think the best value, Matty, we'll try one in the Blue Diamond Prelude. We'll try number 11, She Hung the Moon.
I think mine will be Asfura, will be my best. And I think Gracias Amigo, race 3, number 3, back to benchmark 70, back to the 1600. It's about $30, $6.50 the place. The Graham Begg is my roughie. All right, racing at Randwick. They've got the English Millennium, the Eskimo Prince Stakes. Anything that we should be following at Randwick on the weekend?
Well, continuing the 2-year-old theme, I think the English Millennium Race 7, we can try 2 there. It's a really competitive race. But I thought number 2, Ruta Royale at around $5. Yep. Loved his 2 runs so far. I think the Shangri-La Express form is really strong. He's hard to beat. Zesty Man number 5 would be the other one that I'm keen on in that race. And if you move over to the Eskimo Prince, I think number 6, Celestial Legend, I'm really keen to see what he can do this autumn. I think he's been a bit of a raw talent. The Osmosis form is good. The King's Gambit form is good. He still looked a bit new in those races. I think a couple in this race want 14, 1600. I think this is a 1200-metre horse. I'll be trying Celestial Legend.
All right, I agree with you. Ruta Royale, that's what I'll be backing in the Millennium. And my best bet of the day, I'm waiting till the last race 10, number 3, Tin Tookie. Al Coberson beat it. Then they reversed, turned the tables. Now third up to 1200. I'll be having something. Well, hopefully I've still got something left by race 10, but I'll be backing Tin Tookie as my best bet in Sydney. Mate, thanks for that. Anything else we're backing?
Just backing a good time, Matty. I think we all need a good time, don't we, this weekend?
We certainly do. It's a magnificent day. Always a pleasure, Shark. Thanks for talking to us, and thank you for joining us on Punters Inside Run. Group races galore at Caulfield. Let's hope that even though there's a couple of shorties, you come out on top.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.